Here it is in the box. I gotta get it out. Here it is out the box. I just put it here. Yeah. What I'm going to do first is obviously just remove the battery out of here, because if that's corroded, that's not good. Alright, the battery's not corroded whatsoever. That's good. Here it is in the basement. And here it is booting for the second time, because I messed up the first... Or actually, I learned that the floppy disk... Well, actually, I'll wait for it to... Actually... Okay. I'm not sure if I'm just doing it wrong, but that's as far as it's gonna go. Update, it exploded. Discharged it. Here it is in all of its glory. Floppy disk, analog board, CRT, and motherboard. There's the rest of it. Well, this is all cleaned up nicely. The motherboard, this little cord here, or cable, and the case, which I used some steel wool on. So a quick update, I put the motherboard back in, put the 3.5-inch drive back in, the RF shield back in, and screw it all together just so I know how it goes back together. It's exactly what I thought. Blew up. Surprised this one's gear isn't completely shattered, but it's still, like, shattering at, like, the lightest touch. And it's like, yeah, I'm getting a new one. Okay, like I said, we're plugging it in. This is video evidence. Okay, I left it on. What? Okay. Nothing exploded yet. No display. Alright, I'm turning it off. Alright, I have to plug this in. So now I'm gonna plug it in. Ta-da! Okay, is there anything else? I made sure to double check if I not left on anything unplugged, and I did. Still left something unplugged. Now we're gonna plug it in again. And I think that was actually like the video or whatever. So let's... Sweet! Please display. Okay, nothing's displaying. Something might happen to the motherboard. Darn. Well, I solved the problem. I had the brightness all the way down. That's all the way up. That's good. Oh wow, look. The CRT's doing the angled thing. Oh, it's doing the thing where it goes through. Oh wow, that's neat on camera. I've never seen it before. Wow. And it is bad floppy. Now I've unplugged the floppy drive. I'm seeing if that will do anything. That is loud. Okay, good. Wow, wow, yes, yes. Sweet. So now I'm booting from floppy emu, probably. Oh, yep. You gotta. Yep, there's nothing there. Okay, I can't see. So, utilities. Let's go with one. Do something. Please. Okay, it's. Oh, come on! Look at this. Look at this. Please. It worked! It worked! Let's go! Yeah! Woo! So let's just take a look at where I am right now, because this is after a clip you're about to see. But right now, I have the Mac mostly working. The only thing that's working is the floppy drive. Everything else, keyboard, mouse, Mac, Blue SCSI, and floppy emu is all working. So let me turn it on. So now it boots from the Blue SCSI, which is good. Boot faster. So there we go. I have a couple 40 megabyte SCSI drives on the Blue SCSI. What I do every single time I go onto the Mac is I change the keyboards to, or the mouse to, fast. And it's still slower than my normal computer. So all I've got on here so far is, well, there's System 6, which is where it boots from, which I don't mess with, and none of them work for some reason. Don't ask me, I'm not a genius. I am. Here's System. It's empty, because this is how it works, is that there's a 40 megabyte blank, and then there's a 2 megabyte boot disk. I could make this a 2 megabyte blank, but what's the point in 2 megabytes? Maybe I want to shove some system info in here. That's what I actually did. I did put the actual boot disks in here, and it booted from this, and a lot of the system stuff here didn't show up, so I had to delete it. Then over here I have programming, which I have my languages, which basically just basic and whatever that is. I have a couple tools, which I forgot to install, but they're on the floppy emu, which I've currently set up for the Apple IIe. So I've got a couple things here. I installed Word twice, that's funny. So I'm actually getting quite accustomed to this. So that's programming. Storage, that's just storage. There's literally just a couple test text files which were here, but now are not because I probably deleted them at some point. Here are all my games. I really just play Pong, but there's nothing wrong with some games. And then there's recovered discs, which are all of these, what these are going to be recovered, and I'm going to read them and give them back. But this doesn't work. Yeah. So why doesn't this work? I don't know. But what I've been doing so far is I've been testing it. So at first it couldn't read, then I cleaned it, greased everything, got all the gunk off of it. Still doesn't read. Turns out I was testing it with the wrong floppy. I was testing it with a 1.44 megabyte one, not an 800K or a 400K. But then I'd put one of my Apple discs in, like my Apple Talk or one of the laser printer ones. It still wouldn't work. So I'm either testing it with all the wrong discs or it doesn't work. more likely that this doesn't work, but there is still the possibility that these are all 1440K discs or 1.44 megabyte discs. But I really don't know anymore. It's so confusing. Also, I never showed off the resoldered capacitor, so let me just show you real quick. There it is. I could have done just a different capacitor, but I just ordered a replacement. I'm not bothering. So that's it.